Nevada. We started out of 1 West 125th Street in Harlem, New York. We're under Commandant General Yohana. We are not affiliated with any Israelite groups or any other organizations, any Christian organizations. You understand? So, we once again reach out to our people on a daily basis. We are the ones that's on the front lines fighting for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to have rulership on this planet and to come back into the customs of our forgotten heritage, which can be found in the Bible. The Bible is a book not of religion, of just a worship book. It's a book that is a historical reference to a people, a great nation that has been trodden down under, on the ground by our oppressors. You understand? So once again, we are only reaching out to those forgotten people, the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and we teach them the values of this book called the Bible and the historical content, and break down the wisdom and knowledge of the Bible. And the reason why we do that for our people is because our people are foolish in the wisdom of America. You understand? Right now, you have, in a couple months, you're gonna have a political process. You know what I'm saying? People voting. You know what I mean? Right now, is you seeing celebrities. You know what I'm saying? And everybody putting on this mass. Mass, kind of like a campaign run for your favorite politician, or you understand, for you to go out and have a say in the political process in America. But this political process, the thing about the political process is, it's crazy to me how you have two candidates, both are vile. You have one that both of them like children, you know what I'm saying? In Donald Trump and Joe Biden, you have this fiat, division between governments of Republican and Democrat, and Blacks seem to think that the Democratic Party is in favor of Black people. You know what I'm saying? They tend to, side with the Democrats because they think that the Democratic Party is somewhat, more a lesser of two evils when it comes to the oppression of our people in America. So we know that doesn't matter, man. No matter what it is, when it comes to, dealing with our oppressor, we know that they're going to be, regardless of, the nature of what's going on, they're going to be wicked. And they're never going to be righteous towards us. We're never going to win, no matter who we vote for. We still lose. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter who we vote for. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? We've been voting since we were given the right to vote. You understand? We've been voting. So, and here it is, 2020. You understand? We still in the same predicament right now. We still got to march. People choose to march or whatever, and we still, going through the same things. We still fighting for that equality. You know what I'm saying? Trying to have some sort of stake in this nation. So, tell me, in all the years of our voting, what has changed? Is there where is the benefit to, our voices being a part of this political system? I don't see nothing different. I don't see, a campaign to better our situation in America. I don't see that. I see just a bunch of people talking about, a bunch of empty promises. And, once again, with us, you're not going to get justice. You're not going to get the candidate that you want. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get the person that you understand that is going to represent you, because that's not the way it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, these people are not going to put people in office to benefit the slaves in America. You know what I'm saying? For you thinking that you're going to get a candidate that, you know what I'm saying, is going to represent you being a slave, that don't even make sense. Why would they put someone in office that's going to help you become over them? You understand? So that's the whole point. Like, us believing in their political systems and their political process has failed us. That is the reason why we are looking in 2020 at looking at a point of no return. We're looking at ever more destruction, you know what I'm saying, than has ever been. You know what I'm saying? Coming from being killed in the streets. We voted and marched and did all these things way back when, and we still being killed in the streets in 2020. You understand? You're gonna vote for Joe Biden or Donald Trump or whatever political party that they put in front of you, but yet you're still gonna have, our communities are not gonna be black owned. You know what I'm saying? Our communities are not gonna be self-sufficient. We're gonna have to still go to these people for everything. You understand? So getting, to understand that the political process is not for us. This political process that's in America ain't for us. And that's what we read in the Bible. We read this in our knowledge and our wisdom on how to be self-efficient. This is what the UPK does. Like, we're creating an environment for our people to be self-efficient within the government of America, within the structure of our oppressors' country, their nation. We are separate people. That's what holy means. That's why it's important that we be separate, because we want to have our own. We follow our own laws, statutes, and commandments. That doesn't mean that we break the laws of America, but at the end of the day, with us having our own structure, political structure within our own, nation, we don't have to worry about who's going to be over us or what they're going to do to us, or if they're going to represent us in that type of manner, because we know that, our oppressors could never represent us in a righteous way. You understand? So we're not even going to, get into, trying to go that route. You understand? Of, oh, okay, let me vote for Joe Biden because Joe Biden don't seem as racist as Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's then you find videos, you know what I'm saying, with him talking crazy about black people. He didn't want his daughter to go to a university or something, right? I think it was like a college where they had black people or whatever. It was something like that, where he was talking crazy about black people. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Or he called, the video where he called the little black children roaches. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can miss me with all that, you know what I'm saying, garbage about Joe Biden is righteous and Trump is evil and all this other garbage. They're both wicked. You know what I'm saying? They both are gonna, are not gonna service our communities. They both are gonna turn their backs on our people, you know what I'm saying, and make sure that their people survive. And we're giving you the blueprint on how to make sure your people survive. And that's found right here in these scriptures. And that's found in the Isupk.
That's right.
Understand? Under Commanding General Yohana. We understand, like I said, how to read these records and how to pull out the wisdom out of these records and live in a society where the laws are against you. You understand? These laws that are formed, the 3 strike laws, the goddamn drug RICO laws, all of these laws, man, is formed against you to destroy you, to keep you trotting down. You know what I'm saying? So once again, we're going to get back into that political process and a little bit about our political structure that we have, you understand, that we find in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to start at Exodus 23 and 8. You understand? Because our political process within, I don't even want to call it politics, but our structure that we have, our hierarchy system that we have, it comes with rules that make us a great people. It makes us an integrable people. You understand? We're honorable people when we're following our laws. We don't have to go to another nation of wicked people for us to get honor. You understand? To get an honorable representative. We're never gonna get that. You understand? So once again, we're gonna bring that out in the scriptures. So get for me read that when you got it. Exodus 23:8.
The book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 8. And thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise.
So thou shalt take no gift. Is that how American political system set up?
Kind of, okay.
No. So you saying that they don't take gifts?
Oh, it's a lie. No, they do.
Right.
They do
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
That's called lobbying in America.
Right.
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 That in America, they can lobby, right? By if I represent a group, let's say like for me, right? I'm in construction, so my union can fund a political candidate, right? Right? We can give donations to them, and so in return, what we're gonna ask is that you don't, come in and try to, you know what I'm saying, break up the unions.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Or don't come in, we want to get these we want to get these big major corporate contracts. You know what I'm saying? We want to keep our union strong. So what we do, we fund a political candidate, a governor or a mayor. You know what I'm saying? We get behind their campaign. And if they don't, do what we want, you get what I'm saying? Then we take our votes and our money. You know what I'm saying? We won't vote for, they'll be already in office, obviously, right? But we'll make them phone call. Hey, don't forget what we did for you. So, and when we read the scriptures and it talks about not taking any donations, it's because that can sway that process. The reason why the white man and the oppressors use that is because they understand. They want to sway the process. You get what I'm saying? Right. They want to motivate you to think about them for your donations that you give. You get what I'm saying? So, go ahead.
If I may, that's part of their deceitful ways. Like, look at how when they came over here to America in the first place, the Spanish and the European colonizers, part of the first ways that they did to sway them was start giving them things. Like, yeah, there was a trade-off that the Spanish and the Europeans had got, but they basically okay, look, you did a little bit for me. You don't have this, like for example, you could take up, you could look at the smallpox blankets. Yeah. Here, you did this for me. Let me give this to you. But little do you know, they're giving you something that's gonna, kill you in the end. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. It's all done in deceit, like you said. It's all done with a hidden agenda, and that's just what it is with these political parties, man. These people that's funding, you got major corporations that's funding the Donald Trumps, that's funding the Joe Biden campaigns. That's why you're going to see those marketing, those commercials. You understand? You're going to see athletes. You're going to see all of these people get behind these political candidates because they all want something from them.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So read that from the top again.
And thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise, and perverted the words of the righteous.
It blinded the wise, right? Is that what it said?
Okay.
So if you're someone who is, you know what I'm saying, in our nation, and you're a leader and you're taking gifts, you're going to overlook certain things, you understand, because that person gave you some sort of contribution. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's exactly what our oppressors do. They'll overlook the wickedness of these corporations or of these groups, the LGBTQ. They have money behind them, and they fund these politicians. Mm-hmm. That's why you see legislation get passed that supports child, you know what I'm saying, pedophilia, that supports homosexuality. You get what I'm saying? And it's running rampant because all of these homosexuals, all of these, you know what I'm saying, homosexuals got together and put their money up, you know what I'm saying, and funded political candidates. Mm-hmm. So when they, in return, they get in office, they're blinded by the fact that this person wants to sleep with a goddamn child, You know what I'm saying? They don't care about that. They know, he got money. They got money. So these people that want to sleep with children, they have money. They have power. You understand? So they're gonna go ahead. They're gonna go and do whatever it takes to get that money from those people, no matter what they are, no matter how wicked or vile they are of a group or people. You understand?
Right.
And this is why that scripture is so important for us not to be involved when we do our structure. You understand? It doesn't require, you can't give Commandant General Yohana some money to get him to stop saying the white man is the goddamn devil, man.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You can't give me amount of money to say, you couldn't give me $1 billion right now to turn myself away from the truth, or away from the Lord. You understand? Because that money means nothing. You understand?
Right.
Why would I go against the Most High Power, who is in control of life and death? You get what I'm saying? Just to get rich. Just to say, oh, well, it is cool for homosexuals to you know what I'm saying?
You take that $1 billion out of the next day.
You feel me? You take that billion, you dead. You know what I'm saying? You get hit by a goddamn Mack truck. You know what I'm saying? You take that billion, you get hit by a straight bullet. You get what I'm saying? God. Or you live a long, hard suffering life. You know what I'm saying? Where you just a lonely, suffering individual who you know is immoral. You know what I mean? The Lord has many ways to torment you, give you goddamn colon cancer or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Give you whatever way the Lord decides to determine how your punishment should be. You know what I'm saying? For going against Him. You feel me? Like, that's heavy, man. To know that it's not amount of money that you can give someone that's following the Most High and following the righteous, man, because they are not going to be easily swayed. You understand? Is that it on that? Give me more.
Verse 9.
No, that's. I think we just want to go straight to 8.
Oh, that was 8.
I mean, straight 8 is the only thing we want to go to.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna drop that and we're gonna go stay in that same chapter, but go to verse 1. Yeah, Exodus 23:1.
That's not I was writing down. The book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 1. It's like, thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thy hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness.
What does that mean? Go ahead. Right.
So, thou shalt not raise a false report. So, like, you shouldn't speak on, you know, something that's not true, basically, whether you know the facts or not. Like, you shouldn't speak on it if, you know, it's not factual. And then put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness is, you know, basically don't start aligning, going hand in hand with the wicked to, you know, the wicked sitting there saying, so-and-so did this, and just because you're hand in hand with that wicked person, you co-signing and being just as wicked as them.
Right. Absolutely. What it's saying is, you're gonna deal with the wicked. You got to think of the terms of a Joe Biden or a Donald Trump,
right,
or a political candidate, right, in America, right. They're gonna say whatever it takes to get the vote. You understand? They'll tell you, oh, we're going to do this. We're going to make sure, you know, we'll have free healthcare. We'll have, you know, America's the greatest country. We're going to boost the economy. We're going to make sure that we're, you know, you'll make money. You'll be rich. You know what I'm saying? If I'm the president, we're going to, you know, stop black, the atrocities that's being committed to black people. We're going to stop the police brutality and all of these things. Right. So, when that person is saying that, a person is not, you know what I'm saying, is not full of understanding, they're going to side, oh, well, that's the candidate for me. That's the person who I'm going to side with. Not knowing that this person is a liar. You You understand? This person is unrighteous. He's a wicked person. He has no intentions of helping anyone. You know what I'm saying? To side with someone like that, the Lord is just telling you, like, you can't trust in them. So don't vouch for someone who you think is righteous. You get what I'm saying? Like, you'll vouch for somebody thinking that they an honorable person, but behind the scenes they're a pedophile, they're a liar, they're a thief, they're a murderer, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They're corrupt, they're crooked. But when they get in front of that camera, they're saying everything politically correct, everything you want to hear, all of these things. So it goes back to that voting process with us. We're not to be putting in our vouchers or vouching for them or asking for them to rule over us, because they're not a righteous people. You understand? They're wicked. Go ahead.
So is that verse like only pertaining to the other nations? I mean, I know you're using it for your, you're using the other nations right now.
No, it doesn't only pertain to another nation. It's just telling you.
So it is a generalization, even including Israel and the heathen nation. Okay.
Anybody wicked, because you got to remember we have wicked people in our nation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just like saying you can use the Christian pastors. You siding with T.D. Jakes or somebody who's already there sided. You got to understand, the wicked in our nation, they're gonna side with the oppressor. You get what I'm saying? They're gonna deliver you over to the oppressor. See what I'm saying?
So in a sense, it's co-signing their co-sign. So
basically,
still going with the heathen.
You get what I'm saying? They're giving you a false report. You understand about what their intentions are. So if you siding with them, you making a false report now.
Right.
It's just like if I know you a liar and I'll be like, yeah, he is, you know what I'm saying, a good guy. And
right.
You get what I'm saying?
Kind of.
I'm siding with. I'm giving a false report because I don't know shit. I don't know what you really like. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I'm just telling the people something, you know what I'm saying, to push your agenda, to help you out. You get what I'm saying?
Kind of.
So when you think about putting your hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness, that's what that's talking about, man. You siding with someone not knowing, you know what I'm saying, what their intentions are. You know what I'm saying? You just going with who you like. You get what I'm saying? I might like you my homie, and we cool, so I'm going to put you in this position because we're cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we're just, I don't know what your intentions could truly be. You get what I'm saying? You unrighteous. Not you personally, but someone being unrighteous. You know what I mean? So that's the thing, man. This system that we're under, man, is so corrupt and on many levels. You know what I'm saying? It is ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, these people got deals behind the scenes when they get in office. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do this immediately. And you see it. You see things happen behind the scenes that, destroy our people. You get what I'm saying? Because there's no way for them to love us the way we love them. You get what I'm saying? We love them too much.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Our heart is too invested in this nation. And that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? You get people that just, oh man, you gotta vote. I'm hearing athletes and everybody, they say you gotta vote. Voting is the key. Voting this, vote that. Like they're just saying something to, just be a part of the process, just to do, because they feel like that's the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? They're in their hearts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Read that. Go down to 23 and 7.
Verse 7. Keep thee far from a false matter, and the innocent and righteous slay thou not. For I will not justify the wicked.
What is that talking about?
I mean, if I may, sir, that basically just, like, to me, that talks about, what's going on today with these, these police killings, really. And the Most High is not going to justify it. Like, right now, they might have a moment where, the police force is watching over them, but there could be a whole lot happening behind the scenes that we don't know about, like, like PTSD or stuff like that, where, these cats that's murdering us, the Most High dealing with them on some sort of level until he doesn't actually, until that actual judgment comes for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, keep thee from a false matter. That false matter in that same scenario, oh, I felt like my life was threatened, but, my back was turned and I'm running from you. And so you had to shoot me 7 times in the back,
Right.
but your life was threatened. So that's that false matter scenario. And the innocent and righteous slay thou not. So it's like, that's an innocent brother running away. Like, his back is to you. It's not like he had a weapon or so like he took a taser gun and, but still he was an innocent man just trying to sober up and got shot in the back 7 times.
Yeah.
And, for I will not justify the wicked. And so with that, they might get away with it today, but we also understand, that the judgment doesn't come swiftly. You might have to deal with what you got to deal with, and you think you scot free, where all you got to worry about is, oh, I can't sleep at night, but the Most High is going to have you because He's not going to justify your wickedness.
Yeah, it's definitely talking on the terms of just, you got to understand when it says the righteous and innocent slay thy not, it's letting you know that the people that's doing the things that we're dying because the people that's killing us, they're not righteous.
Right.
They're not innocent. They're guilty. It's the same police that's supposed to be there to protect you and that hold you guilty, that tell you you've committed crime, they commit crimes. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Those are the people, that's the reason why they kill us, because they know that they're guilty of doing things. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And they look at it like, because if I'm an innocent person and I'm a righteous person, I'm not going to take a person's life because my thought process is righteous. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'm not going to think viciously to just murder someone. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, I think on all levels of righteousness, right?
Right.
With them, they're the ones that's pretending to be righteous and be the law and be a stand-up citizen, right? And a law-abiding citizen and all of these things. But then yet, the minute you don't comply with them in the way that they want, they trying to smother your face against the damn concrete to kill you.
Right.
It's because they're not innocent. They're not righteous. They're wicked. You understand?
Right.
And the Lord is not going to justify them. They don't have any justification for what they've done. They can't say, well, you was a drug dealer, so I killed you. Because you're a goddamn drug dealer.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You're a goddamn drug user. You get what I'm saying? You're a goddamn pedophile. You're all of these things. So how the hell you going to try and justify your actions against someone else when you're not innocent? You're not righteous.
Right.
That's why it's important for us to be in rulership and for us to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, because that's what make you righteous.
Right.
You understand? That's what makes you be a good judge over a matter. You get what I'm saying? As opposed to the goddamn police who's at home beating their goddamn wife every night.
Right.
Got her scared to death because they're the law and they can get away with shit. You understand?
Right.
That's you understand? That's the difference. That's why the Lord has us, you know what I'm saying, the way we are and has given us these laws, statutes, and commandments is for us to be the righteous. We have to be the innocent and the righteous. I can't be a drug dealer and go to people and, you know what I'm saying, and talk about, oh, well, you shouldn't smoke weed or you shouldn't smoke cigarettes, but here I am selling pills.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or here I am condoning, you know what I'm saying, any type of drug usage or whatever, and then I condemn it in front of you. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what police do. That's what these politicians do. They'll put in these laws for you to do 1,000 years for kilos of cocaine, but behind the scenes, Ronald Reagan and George W. Bush, they're bringing in cocaine. You get how that works?
Right.
They'll stamp, they'll approve of legislation to destroy you for your drug addiction and your drug dealing because you're poor. You know what I'm saying? You're suffering. You're uneducated. You grew up in a messed up predicament. They'll approve for you for if you fall, you got to go do 100 years for your transgressions. But for them, they're president. They're your mayors. They're your governors. You get what I'm saying? They just go do a deal with their friends. All right, don't tell nobody. I won't tell about what you've been doing. I won't tell that you've been fucking little boys, you know what I'm saying? You don't tell that I run the drug cartel, you know what I'm saying? And we wash our hands behind the scenes.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
I don't gun.
But they'll kill you in the street for having a dime bag. You know what I'm saying? George Floyd, he died. The first thing they want to say is he had COVID and goddamn PCP or something in the system. Methamphetamine in the system. You get what I'm saying? He could have been on medication. You don't know that. They're not going to. I'm not justifying that, but that's the point. The Lord is never going to. Their justification is he's just another drug user. He's just another criminal. You got Candace Owens and all these people speaking out. Well, he was a criminal. He was doing a fraudulent check or whatever the hell he was doing. You get what I'm saying? 20 or something, counterfeit money or counterfeit check, whatever it is. They want to justify a reason to kill us. You get what I'm saying? And there is no justification for that.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So, once again, this is why the Lord requires us to be separate from these people. You understand? Us being separate means we're protected from these vicious people that wants to look at you and paint you as the wicked and make themselves look like they're innocent. They're the righteous to the world. You understand? White people in America, they want to look so harmless and so loving and, oh, we brought you over here and we gave you everything you need and you were just savages, you know what I'm saying, with living in the wilderness. That's their vision of what we were. You know what I'm saying? But that's not accurate. That's not what the Lord has put us up to be. You know, set us up to be. You understand?
Right.
That ain't who we were anyway. You know what I'm saying? We were a people that was a great and peculiar and a respectable, honorable people. You get what I'm saying? Once again, it's just important that we understand this, man. You know what I mean? Like, let's so we're gonna drop that, and we're gonna show you why we are these people. It's a little bit into one of our laws. You know what I'm saying? Get into the book of Leviticus. Go to 19 and 11. You understand? These laws in Leviticus, that's what make us a great people. That's what separates us from these other nations. That's what makes us righteous and them being wicked, man. Is because of our laws and how firm we hold to our laws. And the lack of us holding to these laws is why we are destroyed. You understand? Because we're not living up to that standard that the Lord has set us up to live. You understand? Go ahead, read that when you got it.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 11. Ye shall not steal, neither deal falsely, neither lie to one another.
Man, it's important that these laws right here, this law right here, is so important on who we are, man. Not stealing from each other. You understand? You got people in our neighborhood that's doing all manner of wickedness. You know what I'm saying? Fraudulent fraud.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Stealing from your bank accounts. You know what I'm saying? Cracking cards. You know what I'm saying? All of these things is what keeps us from uniting together. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Because we're lying to each other. We're stealing from each other. We're dealing in a false manner with each other. This is what our oppressor, this is how they deal with each other. They lie and they steal from each other. The white man steals from his own people. You understand? He go in lands that's inhabited by his people and go to make war with them. You understand? And he'll take over that land and steal from them. You know what I'm saying? His own people. And that's the same thing that we are being taught in America to do the same stuff. Salaki. You understand? It's to be dealing with each other in a manner like our oppressor, where we're dealing with each other and we're stealing, we're lying. The white political candidates, they don't got no problem with lying to the people or to each other or to their people. You know what I'm saying? To get whatever they want.
Right.
Our laws are opposed to that. We can't deal with each other falsely. We can't undermine each other. You understand?
Right.
We have to deal with each other righteously. You understand? We can't steal. We can't lie from each other. Lie to each other. You understand? To get some sort of gain or advantage over our brothers and sisters. You understand? Our whole purpose has to be within truth and righteousness. You understand? Because if we don't do it, there is not a people on the earth that's capable of doing that.
Right.
You understand? It has to be us. You understand? All of these other nations, they just have a facade on what they want to perceive, to the perception of who they are. You understand? We're the ones who actually have to live it. We can't have a perception because our perception is already that we ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? We're nothing ass people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we don't have the luxury of a perception. You get what I'm saying? We have to be that. The reason why we're, in a predicament is because we want to take on the perception of our oppressors and of all these other nations. You understand? And the Lord is gonna He holds us to the standard of being righteous, not looking like you're righteous, not trying to, put on a facade of righteousness. You know what I'm saying? We have to be that. We have to be that example that all of these other nations have to look to and say, well, damn, they're special. Like they do everything right. You understand? People look at us and the first thing you tell them, you don't smoke or you don't celebrate holidays or you don't, so you just Mr. Goody Two Shoes. You do everything right. You're not perfect. People want to see you flawed. You understand? It comes from that mindset of our oppressor, man. You understand? Who makes us want to be a flawed people. You know what I'm saying? Our oppressor wants us to be, you know what I'm saying, like him. He wants us to have that perception of nobody's perfect because he's not perfect. He's incapable of being perfect. You know what I'm saying? He can't have someone on the earth that has a better political system than him. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You get what I mean? Like he can't have someone on the earth that has, that's more righteous than him. You know what I'm saying? So what he wants to do, he wants to make sure that we're on drugs. He wants to make sure that we're the face of crime. You know what I'm saying? In America. He wants to make sure we're the face of poverty in America. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you're voting for once you step into the political process. You're voting for them to continue their dominance over us and keep you under them and their foot's on your neck. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to see you rise up to the level of righteousness. What you have to do is not participate in their process. You know what I'm saying? And still and gravitate and hold strong to your laws, your culture, the things that make you a better people than them. If you playing the game the way they play it, you're on the same level as them. You're not going to be better than them. You ain't going to be at your full strength because it's their game. You get what I'm saying? If I'm going to play basketball, I'm not going to go, if I want to win, I'm not going to go against the NBA players, right? I'm going to go against somebody who don't know how to play basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I want to guarantee a win, you see what I'm saying? But if I want to go play, why would I go play the game that's their game that they dominate? You get what I'm saying? I don't want to go. I want to go play with people that's on my level. You know what I'm saying? That's on the level that I can win and dominate. You get what I'm saying? And that's what these law, statutes, and commandments do. It gives you the advantage. You get what I'm saying? When you playing a political process and you trying to vote and have someone over you, they have the advantage now. They've given you Donald Trump and Joe Biden.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Now you're in a conundrum like, well, this one, like, you know what I mean? Like, left for two evils. One, which one can benefit me? Now you're just at their mercy. But if you just say to hell with their whole process, I'm going to live my life righteously. I'm going to follow the law, statutes, and commandments and put my faith in the Lord. You understand? Then, you're making a bigger statement than voting for some lesser or two evil. You're showing more faith in the Most High, who is, and we're going to bring this out, who's in control of the whole process. You know what I'm saying? Why would I give my energy or my attention, you know what I'm saying, to someone who the Lord is putting, you know what I'm saying, is in control of them, whether they there or not. You get what I'm saying? It's making sure that candidate gets sleazier and sleazier every time. So now when you thinking to look at a king and you looking like, damn, Joe Biden, he fuck little kids and he's weird and he hate black people. Damn, Trump hate black people and Hispanics. Like, man, damn. You know what I'm saying? He wants you to be, you know what I'm saying? The Lord wants
you. They don't mess with kids.
Stupid. But the Lord, you know what I'm saying? He wants you to, you feel me? Like, you know, he wants you to sit there and be like, man, I don't like neither one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What's option? What's C option? Got A and B? What's C? C is the law, statutes, and commandments. Following under commanding should be option A,
Right.
and only option. But we're talking about, for us, that's the only option. But we're talking about the people that's unlearned or who don't know. You understand what their options are. You know what I mean? So we're gonna drop that. We're gonna go to Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, 34, and start at verse 1. You know what I'm saying? So it's just important, man, that we get this political process mentality out of our heads, man, because we're not gonna win. Whoever wins, we lose. Yeah. You said 5:30, right?
Ecclesiasticus
34. Start at verse 1.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 34, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
The hopes of a man void of understanding are vain and false.
The hopes of a man void of understanding is vain and false. What does that mean?
So a man that has no understanding basically has, the hopes that he has are, they're void, so they're basically empty, and they're false because it's like basically, what you were saying earlier. If you pick this candidate is gonna, they're promising you to get free health care and free this, and we're gonna fix the ghettos, but what's the ghettos look like today in comparison to 1960? As far as I can tell, it just continues to get worse and worse. There's no reconstruction, so it's just fake. It's just false hope and empty, empty and false hope.
Right. So it's more. Think of it like this: it's saying the hopes of a man void of understanding. So this is someone who is lacking understanding. They don't understand that a political process is, that the kings of the earth are controlled by the Lord. They don't understand that these candidates don't represent you, right? Let's look at it from the political standpoint, right? So the hopes of a man void of understanding. We're men we're in these classes because we want to gain knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You understand? So with us, we're able to see a clearer picture of what's going on around us. You understand? When you come into this truth, it opens your eyes to what's happening, to who people are, to who, you know what I'm saying? To who, how can I say, like you get a clearer understanding of the integrity of a person. You get what I'm saying? Because you're reading about how a righteous person should be constantly, right? You reading about the men of the Lord. You constantly staying focused on righteousness. That's what, when you read the Bible, you're reading about righteous people and what happens to the wicked and the unrighteous people, right? So you're able to decipher between the character of someone. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you have understanding. But a man that's void of understanding, his hopes are hopes are vain and false. Meaning vain, meaning what? Nothing.
Right.
And false, meaning he's relying on false information. You get what I'm saying? His hope. So it's like
equality for everybody.
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
That.
So it's someone saying, you feel me? Like he don't understand that. Let's look at homosexuality or the LGBTQP, whatever the hell, community, right? Someone who's like, they may not agree or live that life themselves, but they'll say, well, they should have rights to, they should be able to allow to do this. They shouldn't be discriminated against because they're gay and this and that, right? So their hopes is to get someone who's living a immoral life according to the Most High, an abominable lifestyle, right? That's headed that you will surely die if you're a homosexual. You get what I'm saying? So that's how he treats that. You know what I'm saying? So for someone to hope that they come into a position of equality and live a great life, two men having sex with each other, that's pointless when it goes against what the Lord is saying. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
If you had understanding, you're going to say this person being a homosexual, I want them to stop being a homosexual. I want them to stop being a pedophile because I know that life right there is gonna lead you to be killed or die.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or someone using drugs or whatever it is. We're not gonna say, well, weed is from the earth. You should smoke it because it has medicinal benefits. You get what I'm saying? These are people without understanding. They don't know that, you know what I'm saying, your body, you know what I'm saying, is the temple of the Lord. You understand? And that you're defiling your body with smoke, smoking anything. They don't know that selling drugs and doing these different pills and drugs is witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? And you're just sitting there, altering your mind for no reason. You know what I mean? You're not in pain. You're not going through nothing. You shouldn't smoke, period. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, say you abuser of pills, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. They're not understanding. They don't have the understanding to realize that this is killing you. This is leading you down to a horrible life. You know what I'm saying? These people, their hopes is, I'll be better, or I'm enjoying life. I'm living my life, my truth, the way I want to live my life. You understand? That's vain and false understanding.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's false hope, like you said. You understand? It's because they are leaning upon ignorance. They don't have understanding or knowledge. Give me more on that. Finish that up and give me verse 2.
And dreams lift up fools.
Dreams lift up fools. What is that saying?
I mean, I'll just give it a shot at it, sir. But if I may, and dreams lift up fools is like, best example is MLK. I have a dream that, we can come together and a white boy and a white, a black boy can be at the playground hand in hand and everything is all, rainbows and daisies and all that.
Yeah. And it proved to be foolish.
Exactly.
It proved to be, that's the whole point. So it's saying you thinking about your dreams, you're dreaming. You're sitting here like, oh man, I wish that this is going to happen, that we're going to just, that white people and black, like you said, Martin Luther King, whites and blacks going to go hand in hand. They're going to live perfectly together in harmony. Right. And you know what I'm saying? Going to the white schools, living in white communities, we're all going to get along and we're all just going to walk off into the sunset, you know what I'm saying? Peachy and cozy. But instead, white people have what? Murdered you. You know what I'm saying? The white oppressed you, have kept you at the bottom, miseducated you, underfunded you. You know what I'm saying? All of these things happen. It's because someone's dream was really lifted up a fool. It rose up a fool. It birthed a fool. You sitting there dreaming on what you think shit should be. I think people, homosexuals and women, should be able to have multiple men. Men can have multiple women. So I think why can't women have multiple men? That's a woman's dream. If you hear them say multiple, I want multiple men. You know what I'm saying? That's their dream. It's a fool. It lifts it. Now here comes a fool. Here comes multiple baby daddies. Here comes, you know what I'm saying? STDs. Here comes all of these things that the reality of it. You get what I'm saying? Is a torment. You're not knowing who your kid's father is because you slept around and let everybody shoot seed in you. You know what I'm saying? And you're not knowing who shot the seed. You know what I'm saying? Talking about this person is the baby is this man's baby, and it's really the nigga you had the one night stand with at the club. You know what I'm saying? Right. This is what that's talking about. It births fools. Your own deceit and your own thought process is what makes you a fool. You dreaming on what you want. You know what I'm saying? That's why it started off by saying the hopes of man, void of understanding, are vain and false. Someone who doesn't know what the hell the consequences of disobeying and going on their own understanding and their own knowledge and their own feelings, they're gonna go down a foolish path. You understand? Continue. Give me more on that.
Verse 2. Whoso regardeth dreams is like him that catcheth a shadow and followeth after the wind.
What does that mean?
So it's like someone who just basically wanders aimlessly, because if you try to catch a shadow, like the sun goes from, rises to the east, sets in the west. So in other words, your shadows naturally, it's going to shift on its own. And then the wind, it also, it comes in and goes away at different points. So if you follow the wind, like, you might be headed east at one moment, but then the next moment you headed north. Right. But the objective is south. Right. You know what I'm saying? So like,
get that, and then we'll break it down. What was that? Okay. So yeah, absolutely. The whole point of the matter is what you said for sure. That when it comes to your shadow and all of these things, you understand. It's another chair in the closet. When it comes to your shadow and things, when you think of a shadow, it's impossible to catch your shadow. That's the point.
Right.
You can't do it. You can't catch a shadow. For two, you blowing in the wind, you following after the wind. The wind goes wherever. It goes everywhere.
Right.
In every direction. It just, you don't know where it's going. So you following your own dreams and your own thoughts, and you want to believe in the political process in America, and you want them, you know what I'm saying? You think that they've set you up for success. You get what I'm saying? It's you following the wind. You just taking a chance that it blows you somewhere, that it leads you somewhere, in a better place. It puts you where you need it to be. You know what I'm saying? You can't follow the wind to find out what path you're going on. You get what I'm saying? So once again, following into these people with dreams and all these dreamers and all these people are your celebrities, your Christian pastors that's trying to sell you on voting is like the same as you trying to catch your shadow. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Same as you trying to following the wind, basically. You know what I'm saying? It's the same concept. We're in Ecclesiasticus, the 34th chapter, and we're on verse 2. So, that's the whole point. It's just these people, they have big dreams for us in America. They have, these big thoughts of this candidate is going to be the one that's going to help black people. Finally, 2020. Never been done before, but it's going to be this guy. That's them trying to catch a shadow, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's them following the wind. Continue to verse 3.
The vision of dreams is a resemblance of one thing to another, even as the likeness of a face to a face.
What does that mean? Go ahead.
So, like, basically, everyone's face has got 2 eyes, a nose, a mouth, 2 ears. We all basically have the same template of what a face makes up the face. And so all the dreams are basically the same thing. They're all just foolish. And, none of them are going to get you anywhere. It's like looking at all of your dreams and how pointless all of them are is like me trying to compare how your face is different than mine when we both have 2 eyes, a nose, a mouth, and 2 ears.
That's exactly what it's talking about. It's just letting you. Did you want to say something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's definitely talking about it being. You know what I'm saying? It's just everybody has it. Everybody has a dream. Everybody has their own. You know what I'm saying? Feeling that they think something should be, one way. We all got a vision of what we think our life should be. You get what I'm saying? What makes my vision better than yours? You know what I'm saying? Or yours better than mine. To me, my dream is the best. To you, your dream is the best.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Everybody has it. It's not something that, somebody can tell you something and they think that, well, it's like an opinion. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got one, right? Someone trying to tell you to vote for this political party, that's their vision. That's their perception of who this person is. You know what I'm saying? I have a perception of them as well.
Right.
You have a perception. You got needs. I got needs. They may be similar, they may be different. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, these people are the people that's in charge and our leaders are so vile and so disgusting and worthless. You understand? That they've put us in a predicament that we are in 2020, where we're looking at a political candidate two candidates where we both know ain't shit. And we are just saying, you know what, we gotta vote for somebody.
Right.
We gotta be a part of this process. When we just brought out earlier the lobbying and the people that's really a part of the political process, they pay donations. So you're going to go vote for someone who's already aligned themselves with some corporation or some, you know what I'm saying, some organization or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It already has favors already set up. So when they come into office, they're going to make sure that this person, you know, that these people are able to, you know, that they're straight, that they're taken care of. So forget your voting needs, because you voted, you just voted. They voted and they gave money. That's why we talked about the contributions. Continue with verse 4.
Verse 4, of an unclean thing what can be cleansed? And from that thing which is false, what truth can come?
What does that mean? Go ahead.
So, like, basically, like, I can't remember what the precept is, but you know, there is no bad seed that can produce good fruit, and there is no good fruit that good seed that produces bad fruit. I think I said that correctly.
Up, get the precept of a thing made crooked. Who can make straight what is made crooked? Yeah. Pull that precept from Baba Kushal. But what it's talking about is basically saying, when it says of an unclean thing, what can be cleansed? So you're looking at, let's take, for example, pork, something that the Lord has determined as unclean to us. You got people that's trying to make the pig, which the Lord has already predetermined and chose, you know what I'm saying, as an unclean animal. It has its own purpose. It's not for meat. But you have someone trying to make that meat. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make that edible. So what does that do to your body when you put it in your body? It destroys your body because you're trying to make something clean that is unclean. Now let's look at it in the perspective of a person. Someone that is wicked and a Joe Biden or Donald Trump, you're going to go put them who is unclean, who is unrighteous and wicked, and you're going to try and make them the president of the United States over you.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You're going to try and cleanse them. You think that they're going to sit in that seat and become all of a sudden look out for you? If Donald Trump and his family hated black people when he was just a regular businessman in New York City, do you think he's going to love black people because he's the president now?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? If Joe Biden and them grew up hating black people and not, you know, caring for black people, do you think because when he's president, he's going to love black people? The Lord is telling you something that is unclean, of an unclean thing, what can be cleansed? This thing is already wicked and evil. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be made righteous because they're incapable of being righteous. Just like that pork. That pork is incapable of being meat or edible. It's unclean. It's an abomination to you. You understand? So give me more. Get that second part.
The book of the Ecclesiastes?
No. Just read. Read it from the beginning. Verse 4.
Oh, I thought you wanted the precept.
No, we'll pull that after we're done with this.
All right. Verse 4. Of an unclean thing, what can be cleansed? And from that thing that which is false, what truth can come?
Once again, talking about these false dreams or this false understanding. You understand? This ideology. You got to go at 5? Okay. No sweat. All right, so I'm okay. What about this though? You want to just leave it?
I was going to leave it.
Okay, no sweat. So this false ideology, you understand, when it talks about what is false, you know what I'm saying, what truth can come. There is nothing, if you have a liar, if you have a wicked, unrighteous person, there is no truth that's going to come from them. You understand? How do I end it when I do end it? Is it this red button right here?
Finish.
I'll finish. Okay, no sweat. Yeah, so when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, we talking about, and from that thing which is false, what truth can come. There is nothing true going to come out of, you know what I'm saying, something that is false. You know what I'm saying? Someone who is set to be wicked, or something that the Lord made. And before you go, Baba Kushab, pull that precept that he give it to Tazawar. That precept that you had.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1 and verse 15. That which is crooked cannot be made straight.
That which is crooked cannot be made straight. What does that mean? Tell us more.
Sort of, I guess it's like, it is what it is. Like, you know, if you was like a tree that bears good fruit, it's you can take it for what it really is. That which is crooked can be made straight. So if you have an individual that's crooked, continue to expect that individual to be straight. You'll never turn over a new leaf, so to speak.
Right. And something that the Lord created to be crooked, that's gonna be a wicked ish.
I was gonna add on to that.
Oh, go ahead.
It's like you know, basically, you know, like the unclean and the clean are the vessel of honor and the vessel of dishonor.
Facts. Right. Which is our oppressor. People want to make him clean and make him straight, he's crooked. There is no way for that person to be straight. You understand? There is no way for that which the Lord has created to be a dishonorable individual. You understand? Some people you gotta understand, realize that some people the Lord has created to be the way that they are. They are just that way. There is no way that you're gonna change them. You understand? So what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to not mingle with those type of people. We're not supposed to intertwine. We're not supposed to, definitely ain't supposed to put them as a leader over you. You get what I'm saying? Like if somebody who's crooked or whatnot, you're not gonna, if you know somebody who is a thief, are you gonna put him in charge of your money? You know what I'm saying? Somebody, a thief, got a stealing problem, you ain't finna put them, or if someone's a pedophile, you're not gonna let him be the babysitter. You get what I'm saying?
God.
That's you trying to make something that's crooked straight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You like, well, he is my cousin, so you know, maybe he won't molest my kids. You know what I'm saying? He molested everybody else's kids, but that's my cousin. He respect me. He's not gonna molest my kids. That's definitely not gonna, you know what I'm saying, happen in that way. You get what I'm saying? In that regard, what's crooked cannot be made straight. You got these people that, you understand, if they just have no willingness to be righteous, and they don't have the capacity to be righteous, you're not gonna get any righteousness out of them. You understand? That's not for us to. We've learned that the heathens, these other nations, are wicked and evil. They're incapable of following the law, statutes, and commandments. So why in the hell would you want to go join their political process or put them as a king or a leader over you? You know what I'm saying? Like they are the crooked. They can't be made straight. You can't put the people that's responsible for your destruction and your poverty, you understand, and you being at the bottom, you being enslaved. You can't put them over you continually and say, well, man, maybe one day we'll get a good one. You know what I'm saying? We'll get the good candidate to love black people. What Joe Biden say? You're not black if you don't vote for him. That's what your slave master is telling you, man. You're not a black man. He basically saying you ain't a good slave if you don't vote for him. You know what I'm saying? You ain't voting for him. He's the nice slave master. If you ain't voting for the nice slave master, you ain't a good. You're not a righteous slave. You're not a good slave. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, this is the times that we're in, and this is the importance on why we have these classes for our brothers and sisters to get this knowledge and understand what it's about. This fight that we're in. What the hell? The earthquake? You feel it?
No, I heard it. I definitely heard it. Something rattling.
It's shaking a little bit. Yeah, but anyway. It's a lot again. Am I tripping though? Didn't I think that shit don't just rattle like that? Yeah, and I felt it a little, right. But anyway, Salakia. We're gonna drop that and we're gonna go to Psalms 118, starting verse 8.
The book of Psalms, chapter 118 and verse 8. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man.
It is better to trust in the Lord than to rely and put your hopes into man. You understand that? That's what we doing. We're putting our faith in the Isupk. We're putting our faith in the Lord. We're trusting that the Lord is going to deliver us out of this wicked situation.
That's
the Lord
right.
is going to be our refuge. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
right.
The Lord is going to appoint us a righteous ruler. You understand?
That's right.
That's what we putting our faith in. You understand? We're not putting our faith in a Joe Biden. We're not putting our faith in T.D. Jakes and all these pastors. You know what I'm saying? We put our faith in the Lord. And
That's
the reason
right.
why we're under Commanding General Yohana is because he puts his faith in the Lord.
That's
He has been risen up as a leader to lead over our people, you understand, in a righteous manner. That's why we put faith in Commanding General Yohana. It's not because he's some man that's any different than the next man. You understand? It's because his spirit and his mind and his wisdom is all based on following the law, statutes, and commandments, and keeping and being like Christ and following Christ's orders and following, you know what I'm saying, the work that our the prophets did during their time. You understand? These are modern day people that's doing the work that was always risen up, and we're gonna bring that out in a little bit later. You understand? Because our people, we need righteous leadership. We need righteous rulers over us. You understand? Because we'll fall for anything. We'll fall for anybody. You understand? Like, so many scriptures that talk about us being led to the wolves. That's what our leaders are doing right now. They're leading us to the wolves. They're having you march, and people are getting killed during these marches and these protests. You got white people that's out there with guns waiting on people to get for civil unrest to happen so they can have a reason to shoot you, to have a reason to kill you. You understand? They're waiting on someone to burn up a car or break a window or something, and they're going to take their AR-15 and they're going to blow your goddamn head off. You understand? And this is what your Black Lives Matter and your leaders have you out there doing. You understand? They got you out there, you know what I'm saying, on the front lines when you don't have to be. All you have to do is put your faith in the Lord, man. You understand? Do what's righteous. Do the righteous thing. Change your life. Stop smoking weed. Stop being a goddamn drug abuser. Stop being a homosexual. Stop being a pedophile. Whatever you are. Stop being a goddamn liar, a thief. You understand? Stop being all of these things, man. That's how you want to stop crime and black on black violence, and you want to stop white on black violence. Start following the Lord. That's right. the remedy. You understand? It's not going to be in your vote. Your vote is not, it doesn't matter. What's made crooked cannot be made straight. These people that you're going to put over you, they're not going to love you. They're not going to do any type of service for our communities, man. It's time we take back what's ours through our righteousness. You understand? That's the only way. Read that from the top again.
The book of Psalms, chapter 118 and verse 8. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. In verse 9. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in princes.
Who is the princes? What does that mean?
The people that hold political power?
Absolutely. When you're talking about princes, we're talking about government. We're talking about people of noble class, your aristocrats, your modern day political parties, your political candidates. You know what I'm saying? These are people that hold power and authority. You understand? It's telling you that it's better to put your faith in the Lord than these political candidates. That's why in the Isupk we don't vote. We don't vote for political parties. We don't participate in the voting process because our faith and trust is in the Lord.
That's
not
right.
Princes, not some government officials, not some political candidate. You understand? Our faith is in the Lord. Now. Let me get drop that and let me get, was that 8 on 9?
Come.
Let me get Proverbs 8 and 15.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 8 and verse 15. By me kings reign, and princes decree justice.
By who?
By me kings reign, and princes decree justice.
By the Lord, man, these kings are put on this earth, man, to be rulers over people, man. It don't matter who they is. So you putting your faith in man, for what? You're not understanding that the Lord is in control of these kings. The Lord is in control of Donald Trump. The Lord is in control of Joe Biden. The Lord is in control of your governor, your mayor, and what happens and what they do. He's giving them authority. He's allowing them to be wicked in whatever they want to show you that they're not fit to be over you. You understand? He's the one that's by him, the decree of these people. These people are able to create laws and have power over us, man. The Lord has delivered us to these people, man, for our disobedience to the Most High. So it's high time for us to get back to our obedience to the Lord, man. He's telling you, put your faith in him. That's all he wants. That's the reason why you're getting a Donald Trump or a Joe Biden or a wicked ruler that's over you and you don't like the choices that you have in your political candidate. You understand? It's because you want to go against the Lord. It's because you want to not be obedient to the Most High, follow his laws, statutes, and commandments, man. We would rather put our knowledge, our trust, and our faith in men. We want someone that looks appealing. We want a rich man to rule over us. You understand? We want a rich man, you know what I'm saying? Someone who we fantasize to be if we're in poverty. We want to be like the rich people. So, you understand? We pretty much want someone who, a lot of people like Donald Trump because his business mindset state, right?
Yep.
So they feel like, well, shit, I want to get rich. I want to own some shit and do real estate and, you know what I'm saying, have my business be successful. So I'm going to vote for Donald Trump. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to vote for Donald Trump. That's their mentality. You understand? Is they're going to vote for a candidate based on what they want, their hopes, their dreams. That's what we just put into perspective. The dreams of men are vain. You know what I'm saying? The hopes of someone who doesn't have understanding. You understand? Not knowing that the Lord is in control of everything, why would you not put faith in the Lord? If I know that the Lord controls the kings of the earth or the princes of the earth and these political people, why wouldn't I just, the power is the Lord. Why wouldn't I just put my faith in the Most High? You understand? Because he's the one that's going to show me mercy. If he allows for them to be merciful and give you a break or give you some sort of refuge, it's because of the faithfulness of the people that's praying to the Most High, who's leaning on the Most High. He just can't destroy all of us because he has people set up in this world who's going to be faithful to him. They're right here in the Isupk, who's going to follow the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
You understand? That's the reason why you're going to get some sort of refuge. And those that survive, these times will be surviving only on the strength of their allegiance to the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? And their obedience to the Most High. It ain't going to be because you figured it out or some leader some political candidate came and, you know what I'm saying, gave a law or made the economy perfect for you or gave you some sort of justice. It ain't going to happen. That's who you thought Martin Luther King was. That's who you thought Malcolm X was, Marcus Garvey, and all those people. You thought they was just going to rise from the ashes and have their own dreams be fulfilled. And it's not going to happen. These dreams ain't in according to the Most High, and that will not be according to the Lord's will, and it's not going to happen. The Lord is in control of everything, man. He's the one who's the power, man. And that's why we worship our power by our obedience, man, showing our allegiance and our how we carry ourselves. You know what I'm saying? How we carry out, how we go about our lives, how we resist temptation. You understand? All of these things is what make us have our obedience. You know what I'm saying? Is what makes us obedient to the Lord. How well we can resist our own lust. You understand? And what we want. You know what I mean? So we're gonna drop that and was that it on that?
Okay.
That was Proverbs 8 and 15.
Okay.
Yeah, go to 8 and 10. Proverbs 8 and 10. Baruch Shah.
Okay. The book of Proverbs, chapter 8 and verse 10. Receive my instruction and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold.
What does that mean? What is that talking about when the Bible says, receive his instruction rather than silver and gold? What is that talking about?
Do his instructions is like to basically, do the law, statutes, and commandments, and to not be bribed with the material things, to like not be sucked into the world through silver and gold, but to keep his knowledge and do the law, statutes, and commandments, and not pick up that of the world. I'm guessing.
Yeah, you online. A little bit more would be more on the lines of, don't let your lust or your you wanting to be successful stop you from getting the real wisdom, you know what I'm saying? Following, being obedient to the Lord, following the laws, statutes, and commandments. Don't let, for example, it could be a job, it could be a business venture, it could be anything that you're putting your heart into, material things, like you said, silver and gold, and getting things. Don't be bought off. Don't let someone, this is what our athletes and our leaders are doing. They're being bought off. They're letting their money, these are the Nick Cannons, the Deshaun Jacksons, they're letting their money determine how they live their life, whether they're going to believe in something or not, or be obedient to the Lord. They're going to put their allegiance with their money. They're going to be, you getting your money, you working a job. Oh man, I can't make it to class. I can't do this. I can't do that because I'm working, or I don't have time for the Lord because I got to get this money. Don't let that be, you know what I'm saying, the way you live your life, based on living for riches, uncertain riches. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Putting your money, you're investing your future strictly off on the hands of, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? If I can get so much money, then I'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? If I just had all the money in the world, you know what I'm saying? All of my problems will go away. Get what I'm saying? Yeah. You want to be able to receive the Lord wisdom and knowledge and his Holy Spirit, man, through, more importantly than receiving money. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? That's more important. You get what I mean? Like, don't let your oppressors keep you enslaved because you want to, you know what I'm saying, have some sort of, good life. You look at your life like, damn, well, I can't lose all of this. I can't lose all of this wealth that I've accumulated by serving the Lord. Like, I can't let that happen. You know what I'm saying? It's telling you, man, to receive his instructions, man, rather than receive his instructions and knowledge rather than gold and silver. That has real value. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's going to determine if you live or die, receiving how you receive this knowledge and how you process that knowledge and how you apply it to your life, not how much money you have. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean don't go get money. That don't mean don't be successful. That don't mean don't have a business. But what it does mean is don't put that on the forefront. Don't make that the end all be all. You know what I'm saying? Receiving gold as opposed to this knowledge, as opposed to this, these studies, these scriptures. You understand? So we're gonna drop that and we're gonna go to Isaiah 46 and start in verse 9. To the car? I didn't even see you. Wow, was everything too wild? So did you get that scripture from me?
Come on.
All right, read that when you got it.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 46 and verse 9. Remember the former things of old, for I am God, and there is none else. I am God, and there is none like me.
So remember the former things of old, meaning remember where you come from. Remember all the things that you've been through. He is the most high power, and there is no one like him. There is nobody that can deliver you out of your oppression. There is no political candidate. When we came out of Egypt and was delivered out of the hands of Pharaoh, you understand, it wasn't through some political party voting in Egypt to have that Pharaoh removed, or from a nice Pharaoh to a bad Pharaoh, or whatever, or from a bad Pharaoh to a nice Pharaoh. No, the Lord had to deliver us out of that situation, out of our captivity. Same thing is going to happen to us. You understand? In America, it's going to take the Lord to deliver us out of this captivity in America, this hell that we're living in America. We're not going to live, if we're not going to, if we're putting our trust in a political party, that means we're not relying on the Lord. We're not having our faith. We're not having faith in the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, once again, when it's telling you remember from the beginning, the Lord has already set these things up. The Lord knows the end from the beginning. He made all of this possible. We're going to bring that out. Keep reading.
Verse 10. Declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure.
What does that mean?
That pretty much all this has already been preordained. That he's going to fulfill his duty regardless of the matter. I want to say the end of verse 9 is how it piggyback. I am God, and there is none like me. It's just none like him. So this is what it's going to be. That's how I take it, sir.
Right. 1 second. Read that one more time from the top.
Isaiah chapter 46 and verse 10. Declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure.
So meaning, he, like you said, he declared the end in the beginning. Meaning it was already, he already knows the outcome that's going to come. And it's been declared in the beginning, meaning we're reading about what's to happen in our life or in whatever years from whenever, you know what I'm saying, the future. We know that from reading 2,000 documents from 2,000 years ago. You get what I'm saying?
Oh,
this is what the Lord has set up. He has set up something that's ancient, that's going to stand the test of time. It's not going to be something that someone is going to intervene and they're going to come and change it. That's what these people with the Bible, they kill me when they say that. Do you think the creator of everything, he's going to allow for a book to be false? Like that he's, ordained to be his word? You know what I'm saying? If I can create anything, you get what I'm saying? And I'm the creator of all things. You mean to tell me I can't stop the book from being tampered with? You know what I'm saying? This knowledge, I can't make the knowledge stand the test of time. You get what I'm saying? Like, he's telling you this. I'm everything. Like, from the beginning. I'm there. My counsel, everything that I have set up is foolproof. It's not gonna change. It's not gonna not come to pass. If I said it, I am the most high power. I can make it. It's gonna happen. You get what I'm saying? So you're not believing in it, and you believing in man in these political process. It's vain. It's stupid. It's foolish. You know what I'm saying? For someone, you got to think the most high power created a culture, a life, a rule, a laws, a way of life for you to live and you don't live that way of life, and he tells you, well, this is going to happen if you don't live that way. If you do follow the commandments, this is what's going to happen. And then you look up and you look at your life and you see that it's hard. It's a struggle. We're being murdered. We're fighting for equality. These things have happened. What he said was going to happen is happening. You get what I'm saying? So why do people, it just doesn't make sense on why someone who wouldn't, you know what I'm saying, follow the law, statutes, and commandments and be obedient to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Or fight them temptations and fight that lust. You understand? For you that's watching, you got to fight. You got to continue to fight because the Lord is who's in control. Whatever he says is going to happen, it's going to happen. So you want to make sure that you survive the times that you live. It ain't going to be in no political process. It ain't. He's given us our own culture, our own heritage, our own customs. It has nothing to do with voting for our oppressors. You understand? We are not to vote for our oppressors. We are to be obedient from him. And he's established everything for us to do from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? He's established everything that we're supposed to do from the beginning. You know what I mean? Like, this ain't something that you want to play around with. You know what I'm saying? This ain't something that you want to feel like you can change with your own dreams. Well, I want to be, I want America to last forever. If the Lord said America is going to be destroyed, America's going to be destroyed. He's determined that from the beginning. It's what we read in these scriptures, the prophecies of the destruction of Babylon. You understand? Of America. You understand? That's what we're reading about. So who am I to go sit there and be like, well, I'm going to invest my time into, into America and making it great again when the Lord say he's going to make it desolate, destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Continue reading.
In verse 11, calling a ravenous bird from the east, the man that executed my counsel from a far country. Yea, I have spoken it. I will also bring it to pass. I have purposed it. I will also do it.
That's the whole point. The Lord is telling you, if he made it happen, he can make people come from whatever side to do the will of his work. If he can bring someone from far east all the way to the west to rule over this country, over his people, you know what I'm saying? What makes you think that it's not going to happen? He's in control of this thing. Not your politicians, not some man that you want to be in control. He is the one that's in control. He is the one who has the power, who is the power. You understand? He's the one that determines how we live in America and how, if we're going to be, when we get our salvation. You understand? So our job is to be obedient to the Most High and follow his law, statutes, and commandments, and don't buy into some political process, man. You know what I'm saying? Fight that spirit, man, that wants you to conform to America and play the political and play your part in their political game. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not for us. What's for us is these law, statutes, and commandments. We don't honor these kings on earth. We're obedient because they're ruling over us. You understand? So there's a certain level of obedience to us. But the Lord has given us freedoms in his land for us to be able to get y'all the information, have our YouTube, have our airwaves being opened and not restricted for this period of time. Because our oppressors could easily censor all content and you wouldn't be able to watch these classes. You know what I'm saying? If it didn't agree with what the oppressor wanted it to agree with. You get what I'm saying? The Lord is making these classes and this knowledge go throughout the earth. You know what I'm saying? By way of his people. You understand? And that's what he's saying. His counsel, he will do all my pleasure. Meaning he's gonna do everything that he wants to do. You understand? Whatever he wants done, the Lord is gonna get it done. Go all the way down to keep going.
In verse 12, hearken unto me, ye stout-hearted that are far from righteousness.
You stout-hearted people that's far from righteousness, man. Listen to me, you fools. You people that think you know everything. You people that want to live go based on your dreams and your what you think is righteous. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 13. I bring near my righteousness. It shall not be far off, and my salvation shall not tarry. And I will place salvation in Zion for Israel, my glory.
Who is his glory?
For Israel, my glory.
He will place salvation in where?
In Zion for Israel, my glory.
Man, he's letting you know the people that he wants to save and who he's going to make sure survive these times is going to be Israel. This salvation is only for Israel, man. It's not. It's for the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. These white Africans, Chinese, all these other nations, the Lord doesn't care about y'all survival during these times. He wants to make sure his people survive. And the way you become his people is by keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments. You understand? He's going to bring his righteousness to his people. The people that was going to be saved, is going to be reserved, it's going to be his people. The people that's being obedient, the people that's listening, hearkening onto him, who's hearing his voice, man, who's turning away from their iniquity. Everybody else, they possibly all will die. You know what I'm saying? And just a small remnant of people will survive, but majority will die. You understand? In this land. You understand? Because of their disobedience and unrighteousness. All right, we're going to drop that and go to John 19:9. You understand? Because people will rather be obedient to the white man, our oppressor, than be obedient to the Most High. And that's the problem that one of the main problems we suffer from. We want to be, you'll follow them rules and laws of our oppressor. You understand? Your job tell you to be there 15 minutes early. You're going to be there 15 minutes early. You understand? But if we tell you, the Lord tell you, you need to do this and do that, it's a struggle. You understand? But that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? We are to obey the Most High rather than man.
That's right. That's right.
Read that when you got it.
Like it, sir. John and
19:9. Yeah.
Okay. The book of John, chapter 19 and verse 9. And went again into judgment hall, and saith unto Yahushua.
Read. Start at verse 8. Salaki.
Okay. The book of John, chapter 19 and verse 8.
And we're gonna give you a little pretext. This is Pilate talking to Yahushua, talking to Christ. You understand? And we're gonna give you a little context of how Christ dealt with the authority at the time. You understand? Go ahead.
When Pilate therefore heard that saying, he was the Salakia. When Pilate therefore heard that saying, he was the more afraid. Verse 9. And went again into the judgment hall, and said unto Yahushua, Whence art thou? But Yahushua gave him no answer.
Read it as Jesus, just for people who don't know who Yahushua is. Just read it as that. Go ahead. Read it again from 9.
Verse 9. And he went into the judgment hall, and said unto Jesus, Whence art thou? But Jesus gave him no answer.
Right. Christ didn't even respond to Pilate, right? Because Pilate was talking to him and saying, like basically pretty much like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like whence art thou? Like Christ didn't even respond, it says. He didn't even respond to him. Keep reading 10.
Verse 10. Then Pilate said unto him, Speakest thou not unto me? Knowest thou not that I have power to crucify thee, and have power to release thee?
So he's telling them, like, it's just like where we at right now. You know what I'm saying? In America. These people have power to crucify us or power to set us free. You understand? All we have to do is, kiss their boots and bow down to them. You understand? Christ didn't respect him. He didn't care whether he had power over him or not. That didn't mean nothing to him. Keep reading.
In verse 11, Jesus answered, Thou couldst have no power at all against me, except it were given from thee from above.
Except what?
Except it were given thee from above. Therefore, he that delivered me unto thee hath the greater sin.
He's letting you know that the only reason that you have power over me is because the Lord allow for you to have power over them.
That's right.
You understand? The Lord is in this, and what we take from this is the reason why we in this captivity and we in this predicament is because the Lord delivered us to this predicament. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So the best way to get out of this predicament is to follow him, not try and do it, figure it out yourself. Follow the Most High. He's the one that turned us over to these heathen nations, to the white man, for them to and them doing what they doing, put us in their hands. You understand? So why would I go against my power who allowed for us to be in this situation, who delivered us into this situation, as opposed to I'm gonna go to the people who's killing me, who's captive I am, and ask them to stop killing us? No, I'm gonna go to the Lord and ask for salvation and cry unto the Most High, as it's brought out in the scriptures. You understand? To cry out to the Most High. And let's get that in the book of Judges, chapter 3, and start verse 4. You understand? Because in this time, I'm not gonna go sweat no politician and all of this. You know what I'm saying? And ask them to be nice to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go on to the Lord and ask for His mercy and ask to be delivered, because He's the one who can deliver us. You understand? It ain't your pastor. It's not your leaders. It's not gonna be some celebrity. It's not gonna be Colin Kaepernick. It's not gonna be these people. They're not gonna deliver you from, you understand, any situation, because they can be bought. They're in it to get money. You understand? They want to get a check. A check is gonna stop them from, you know what I'm saying, providing the refuge or giving you some sort of insurrection, motivation to resist and to fight. That check, they can be silenced. The men of the Lord can't be silenced, man. We're not gonna stop for some money, man. You understand? It's just like Christ. We ignore these people, man. They don't even exist. Trump, none of them don't matter to us. You understand? We don't care about what they want. We care about what the Lord wants. We care about doing the work of the Most High, and that's what you should care about. You understand? Get that when you got it. Judges chapter 3 and verse 4.
Okay. The book of Judges, chapter 3 and verse 4. And they were to prove Israel by them, to know whether they would hearken unto the commandments of the Lord.
Slow down when you read that.
Okay.
Read that again, Salakia.
The book of Judges, chapter 3 and verse 4. And they were to prove Israel by them.
Who is the them?
The other nations.
There you go. And they were to prove Israel by them. Meaning, we have to show our loyalty, you understand, to the Most High by what we do when we are around other nations. How we live, you know what I'm saying? If we got these other nations, let's say the other nations, they're going to be rich or mighty and powerful over, you know what I'm saying, around you. Are you going to fall for the life that they live in? You get what I'm saying? You got to prove yourself when you're around. The Lord want to see, like, damn, okay, this white man, I'm going to make him rich. I'm going to make him powerful. Let's see if my people will follow up behind him and listen to him as opposed to me. You get what I'm saying?
Mm.
Continue.
To know whether they would hearken unto the commandments of the Lord, which He commanded their fathers by the hand of Moses. And verse 5. And the children of Israel dwelt among the Canaanites, the Hittites, and Amorites, and Perizzites, and Hivites, and Jebusites.
Man, these are all nations that we dwelt among, ancient. You understand? We lived in these lands, and they were around us. You understand? And we still had to keep the law, statutes, and commandments.
Mm.
The Lord wanted to see what we would do being around these nations.
Mm.
How will we act? Are we going to be faithful to the Most High, or are we going to, you know what I'm saying, fold? You know what I'm saying? Under to the pressure of being like these other nations. Go ahead. And this is what happened. Go ahead.
And verse 6. And they took their daughters to be their wives, and gave their daughters to be their sons, and served their gods.
See, our ancestors and forefathers and our our fathers, they were disloyal. You understand? They fell for the bait. You understand? And fell into serving their gods and mixing interracial marriages. These are all things that the Lord is against. He's against you interracially marrying someone that's not of your people, man. He doesn't want you to marry them, the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Amorites. But what did our people do? They couldn't resist, just like our people can't resist right now. They gotta have them a goddamn Asian. They gotta have a goddamn East Indian, or they gotta have an African or a white girl. You know what I'm saying? That's the popular one that niggas love. You know what I'm saying? They love white women. You understand? And they're gonna serve their gods, man. They're gonna be Scientologists. They're gonna be goddamn Catholics, Christians. You know what I'm saying? Mormons. All of these things, man. They're not gonna follow the Lord. They're gonna follow whatever these people follow because they love these people, man. That's our problem. We love our oppressors. We love our enemies. You understand? And this is what this is bringing out. Go ahead.
Verse 7. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of their Salakia. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord, and forgat the Lord their God, and served Baalim and the groves.
It's just saying that the children of Israel, we were around these people, man, and we did evil, man. We served their gods, you know what I'm saying, which Baalim is a god. I forget what god that is, and grooves. And we did their customs, just like we're doing right now. We're living amongst all of these nations that's here, and we're enjoying their culture and their customs. They bring their customs all in one big place. You know what I'm saying? America. You know what I mean? They bring all of their customs here, and we love it. We serve them. We worship it. We participate in it. You know what I'm saying? All of that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, verse 8.
In verse 8, therefore, the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel, and he sold them into the land of
Shanrishatam,
king of Mesopotamia. And the children of Israel served Chushan-Rishathaim 8 years.
Verse 9.
In verse 9. And when the children of Israel cried unto the Lord raised up a deliverer to the children of Israel.
When the children of Israel did what?
Cried unto the Lord.
When the children of Israel voted.
Cried unto the Lord.
When the children of Israel picked their political candidate.
Cried unto the Lord.
When the children of Israel took matters into their own hands.
When they cried unto the Lord.
Right. When the children of Israel cried to the Most High. See, we were in a situation where we were the same thing. We were sold off to a people, you understand, and served them, and we were serving for them 8 years, you understand? But we had realized that we were wicked, and what we did, this is not the way we were supposed to live. The Lord was not with us, you understand? The Lord had set us to be delivered to an evil nation because we wanted to serve their gods and have interracial marriages, you understand? And have sex with white women and all these different nations, you understand? And follow after their customs. He sold us over to a people so we can be servants to them, and we can labor in their work a job for them and make them rich. You understand? But it says when the children of Israel cried unto the Lord, not voted. That's the key thing. We didn't have to vote and become a good citizen in their empire. You understand? It was the cries is what the Lord heard. You understand? And it says the Lord raised up. Go ahead.
And the Lord raised up a deliverer to the children of Israel, who delivered them, even Othniel, the son of Kenaz, Caleb's younger brother.
The Lord raised up a deliverer, man. That's what we're doing right now. We're crying onto the Lord for our deliverer.
That's right.
That's what Commanding General Yohana is. He is a deliverer. You understand? Who's delivering his people the wickedness. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's important that we understand our cries, our prayers. When we pray to the Lord, we are praying for this system to end, for this world not to get better, but for it to be destroyed, man. This structure, America, must fall in order for you to live. In order for you to have a better life, America has to be destroyed, man. You understand? Our deliverer has to come in order for us to get out of these situations, because it's time for us to cry unto the Lord. This is the time we live in. We should be crying unto the Lord to deliver us and to bring our salvation. You understand? And the way you cry unto the Lord is first repenting and keeping the law, statutes, and commandments and serving our God. Then, you want to make sure you are crying unto the Lord, man. The Lord don't hear you unless you are not a sinner. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we're going to drop that. And we're going to go to the book of Daniel, chapter 2, verse 19.
The book of Daniel, in chapter 2 and verse 19 reads, Then was the secret revealed unto Daniel in a night vision.
Mm-hmm. So this is a vision of Daniel that he had, a real dream that has some purpose to it, not just a feeling. This is a dream from the Most High. This is not your average dream that you dreamed of I'm going to be rich one day, or I'm going to have all this stuff, and, not that type of dream. This is a dream ordained by the Lord that's manufactured by the Most High. Go ahead.
Then Daniel blessed the God of heaven. Verse 20. Daniel answered and said, Blessed be the name of God forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his. 21. And he changeth the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings.
This is who we talking about. Daniel is giving a description of the Most High's characteristics. You understand? This is what we talked about earlier. He's the one who changes the times and the seasons. You understand? He's the one that makes things go old and be renewed. You know what I'm saying? Die off and come back again. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that removes kings and setteth up kings. So he's the one, if you want Donald Trump and your oppressors out of office and stop from ruling over you, it's through the Lord. The Lord is responsible for the removal of any king or any authority figure. You understand? Go ahead.
He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding.
He's the one that gives us the knowledge that we have to be able to read these scriptures and know we shouldn't vote, and to read, you know what I'm saying, and keep these law, statutes, and commandments, and how to keep the high holy days, and how to keep, you know what I'm saying, all of the records. Like I said, he's responsible for this record in this Bible being preserved for us to be able to read. He giveth wisdom to the wise and knowledge to them that have understanding. So anybody who, is knowledgeable in these scriptures is because the Lord is the reason why they have this knowledge. It ain't because they're a great student and they're able to break down these scriptures. It's because the Lord is allowing for them to have the understanding to teach. If I'm able to break down the scriptures, because the Lord is allowing me to do this. He's determining who has the wisdom and who's wise, not me. I could read this book 1,000 times and I'm not going to get it if it's not in concordance with the Lord's Spirit, you know what I'm saying, the Holy Spirit.
That's right.
And he's giving his spirit onto the Isupk.
That's right.
So they can break down these scriptures and give you this wisdom. You understand? Go ahead in verse 22.
Verse 22. He revealeth the deep and secret things. He knoweth what is in the darkness, and the light dwelleth in him. With him.
The Lord knows everything, man. He knows the deep and secret things. He's going to reveal what's going on with these other nations. You understand? how they really feel about you. How, you know what I'm saying? He's the one that's gonna reveal that. He knows the secret things that people think about. When that white man is in that store and he's, you know, you buying, he know that man looking at you like, nigger, I hate you, and all the hatred. He's gonna reveal all that though. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
He knows what's in darkness. He knows what these people do behind closed doors and what's hidden. You understand? So when you see these things happen to these other nations, he knows what they've been doing that hasn't been reported on the news. You understand? He knows if they're going around in blackface and killing and shooting up the neighborhoods, trying to act like it's black people doing it. You know what I'm saying? Or they kidnapping babies, or they kidnapping black women. You know what I'm saying? He knows if they're harvesting organs, killing people to get your organs. He knows what the hell going on, and there's gonna be judgment for it, and they're gonna have to pay for what they've done to us. You understand? So people want to vote and think that you're voting for somebody righteous, and meanwhile the Lord doesn't want this person, you know what I'm saying, this candidate to be there, because he knows what he's gonna do if he's ruling over his people. Or it may be a matter where he knows where it may take this type of rulership for you to come to the Most High. You might need a hardened, you know what I'm saying? You might need a Pharaoh type hardened leader for you to realize, like, damn, ain't no love in these people. You know what I'm saying? These people don't love us. You know what I'm saying? So drop that and we're going to go to 44. Same chapter, just verse 44.
The book of Daniel, chapter 2 and verse 44. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom, which shall never be destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
What is this talking about?
Heaven.
What is heaven?
Where blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians ruled the planet Earth.
Is it a place, or is it what is it?
It's a condition, sir, and a place.
Right. So this heaven is a kingdom. Heaven is a, like you said, a condition in which blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians rule. You understand? And it says that this, and in the days of these kings, meaning in the days of these other kings, shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom. So what does that mean right there? In the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom.
That in these days and times that we will see our people rise.
Yeah, give me more though. Look, not quite. It's there, but I need more specific.
That I don't know. I don't know if it's right. I mean, we'll see the other kingdom fall as we come into power.
No, not quite.
I guess I don't know. Mm-hmm.
All right, so think about it from this standpoint, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's saying, and in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom. Meaning, right now, while we're in captivity, he's establishing a kingdom. You get what I'm saying? What we're doing right now, we're setting up our kingdom right now.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The kingdom of heaven will be established before their kingdom is coming to an end. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's not going to be where their kingdom is ending, and then we set up the kingdom of heaven. Meaning, the work that we're putting in by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, following our ancient culture, being obedient to the Most High, rehearsing these righteous acts, that's setting up the kingdom right there. By not marrying white women, That's what all the things that we're doing right now, we're going to be doing in the kingdom. You get what I'm saying? So he's establishing his kingdom right now while the kings of the earth are in rulership. That's why it's important for us not to be a part of their kingdom and vote for their, because you voting and you worried about their kingdom, how you going to build your own? You get what I'm saying? That's what we're doing. We're building our kingdom. You get what I'm saying? It may not look like a kingdom right now, but the more and more people that transition from, stop committing their sins and break away from the ideology and the culture of America and come back to their culture, then you'll start to see it look more like a kingdom. You get what I'm saying? That's the way the Lord is working, man. He's the one that has the power to establish your kingdom right in the midst of their kingdom. You understand? And it's saying that it shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people. Meaning, these other people ain't gonna be a part of our kingdom. They're not gonna ever get to rule in our kingdom. You understand? It's always gonna be us. You understand? But it shall break in pieces and consume all of these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. I got to get a breakdown on the break into pieces and understand what that means, but we get the gist of that. You understand? And this is why it's important, you know what I'm saying, for us to focus in on each other and our people and give our love and loyalty and affection to our people. You understand? Because these other people ain't going to be a part of our rule, our reign. Huh? Yeah. One last scripture and we're going to end it right here. Deuteronomy 17 and 15.
The book of Deuteronomy in chapter 7 and verse 15. And the Lord will take away from thee all sickness, and will put none of the
17 and 15.
Salaki, sir. The book of Deuteronomy chapter 17 and verse 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother.
So everything that we read, it boils down to this, man. Don't go vote for some stranger to be over you that's not your brother. That's not your people. You understand? If you're going to choose a ruler, you want to choose your ruler to be amongst from your people, man. Don't go and rush to them polls in November to vote for someone he's not Joe Biden, Donald Trump. They're not your brother. You understand? Even someone who's black, who has the spirit of Donald Trump or the spirit of Joe Biden, ain't your brother. You understand? When we talk about your brother, we're talking about somebody who's righteous, who's following the law, statutes, and commandments. You understand? Who's a righteous ruler. You understand? Only king that's worthy of me setting up over me is Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
Who the world calls Jesus Christ. You understand? That's our king that we're waiting for in Isupk.
That's
set
right.
up over us. That kingdom that's going to be ruled forever and that's not going to be destroyed is going to be under the rulership of Christ. You understand? And with that, we're gonna end the class. Shalom Yahweh Shem Baruch. All right.